If you're an HVAC owner, this is the one mistake that is quietly killing all of your phone calls. And be sure to stick around for mistake number 3, because this is the one that most business owners don't even realize that they're making. So mistake number 1, your hours of operation. Let me paint a picture for you. It's after 5 o'clock, you've shut the doors, and all of a sudden you have a customer who's looking for your services. Maybe their AC failed and they need a compressor replaced. Or perhaps their furnace is dead in the middle of winter. Regardless of the scenario, the bottom line is you're closed, they can't get a hold of you. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is Google's algorithm heavily relies on your business hours. So I've seen HVAC companies' positions, when they were position 1 or 2, drop down all the way to like 5 or 6. Simply because it was after 5 o'clock. You can literally run a rank map at 4:59 and then run it again at 5:01. And they will literally drop 6 positions. If you offer emergency services and you just charge a premium for it, then technically you are open 24 hours. The first thing I would do is I would immediately go into your Google business profile and change your hours. Because I guarantee you there's a list of competitors that aren't actually doing this. And this leaves you with a golden opportunity to actually take the customers away from them so they go to you. And this is all done by simply just changing your hours so you're open longer. You're using service area business instead of your actual physical address. So there's a lot of bad advice going out there, and I don't know why people are actually recommending using a service area business and then saying that your Google business profile will get suspended if you don't. But I have plenty of clients who are actually using their physical address. Yes, we're talking HVAC contractors, plumbers, landscapers. They list their address, they've been fine, they haven't been suspended. Now, if they run into, let's just say, a salty competitor, then sure, they might have to re-verify. I'm not gonna get into that. But here's the thing, here's what Google doesn't tell you, because the Google guidelines say, yeah, list your home service-based business if you operate out of your house as a service area business to fit in with Google's guidelines. What they don't tell you is that if you list yourself as a service area business, you will never rank. So if you truly never want to get any business, you want your competitors to steal all of the customers away from you, then sure, yeah, label yourself as a service area business. But if you're serious about actually getting actual clients and you want your business to thrive and be successful, and you want to get organic traffic to your Google business profile so you actually get phone calls, then yes, you want to list your address. So mistake number 3, and this is the big one I was talking about. Not answering your phone. So picture this. You're elbow deep in a furnace, perhaps you're taking apart an AC. Customer calls, you can't get around to it, you just can't answer it. Boom, customer calls somebody else and you've lost the lead. Now, here's what you're thinking. That's just one phone call you lost. But the problem is, Google is actually tracking this. Because Google looks at goal completion. They want to know, did you answer the phone? Did you satisfy the customer's needs and requirements? Because if you don't answer the phone and then they immediately go on the map pack and they click and call somebody else, this is going to register as a negative engagement signal. Because Google is thinking, I just recommended someone to this business and they didn't answer the call. And once you've done this a repeated number of times, Google will stop recommending you. So any rankings that you have are going to start to go down. So it's a double whammy, because now not only did you lose the lead, but now you're also telling Google that you do the one thing you're supposed to do, which is answer the call and provide the service you said you were going to. So important that you actually have systems set up. So whether you have a receptionist that's going to immediately call them back, you have some type of dispatch, or you just have an automatic text message system that immediately texts them within 5 seconds after they miss the call. Because imagine this, they call you, you don't answer. But if they get that text message, you know what they're not doing? They're not calling your competitors. And Google is tracking this. And if they see that they didn't call anybody else, they can assume that this is goal completion. So very important. So mistake number 4, backlinks. Either A, you're not getting enough, you're not getting the right kind, or you're just not getting any at all. So in simple terms, a backlink is just when one website links to another. Pretty simple, right? And so the type of links that you don't want are spammy links coming from Fiverr or just high authority websites that literally have no relevance to you whatsoever. So you're an HVAC business, but then you're getting it from a trading company, has no relevance, right? So instead, you want locally relevant backlinks. So we'll go from tier 1 and tier 2. So tier 1, that's going to be your local chamber of commerce, local news media sites, or use sponsorships, right? And again, very important that it comes from local, because if it's in the same town, so if you're in St. Louis and then you get a local chamber of commerce in St. Louis that is going to do so much more, and it's going to provide so much more link equity, or they call it link juice, which basically is just another way to say you are more authoritative, and that's going to boost you up. Now, these are the type of links that you want pointing to the homepage. So that's your tier 1s. Those are the most important ones. Now, tier 2s, these are the nice to haves. They're not as important as tier 1s, but these are still relevant and they're still important. So that's going to come from like industry specific links, like coming from Train, Lennox, Carrier, etc. You get the point. Now, there is a caveat that a lot of people won't mention. And if you're not part of their programs, typically with like Carrier, Train, they really want you to be part of their, like for example, if you're a Carrier authorized factory dealer, you've spent a good amount of money to be part of that system. So they won't just give you a link just because you ask. So typically you have to be involved with them on some level. I'm not going to get into how you do that. You run an HVAC business, you know how to develop those relationships and understand who you're getting your equipment from those distributors. So that would be one example. So another would be getting it from like the ACCA or NATE. And again, these are industry specific. All right, so that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you really learn how to really take your GBP to the top of search and optimize for AI, be sure to watch this video next.